Principals were sent this document called Google Apps Implementation Steps, and I had some questions regarding what does this mean for them and their staff. So I would like to go over the steps, and if you have any questions you can contact me here at the central office. So first off, we saw why Google Apps, and if you'd share this whole document with your staff, they would understand where Google Apps originated, and this was the presentation that was delivered for the principals at the principal meeting. And it goes through our history and how successful it's been last year. The next step takes us right to Google, and it's knowing a little bit about the Google Apps for Medicine Hat School District. And it talks about the privacy, so you can look at that document with your teachers or have them peruse through it. And basically it's telling us how secure Google Apps is compared to an open Google account. But it also gives a nice little video as well on what it all means, what actually Google Apps is compared to just a Google account. Step 3 is fairly self-explanatory. We have our student acceptable use policy in the district and students accessing the internet at school policies as well. It's just a review for teachers and students, knowing that being responsible is the key. Step 4 gives teachers an overview of the 9 elements of digital citizenship, which will be covered more in depth in Step 8. Alberta Education has come out with a digital citizenship policy guideline, and they are using Mike Ribble and Gerald Bailey's 9 elements of digital citizenship to guide school districts on developing policies. So it's a good overview to share these links with your staff. Step 5 would be sending a letter home to the parents explaining a little bit about the Google Apps account, and there's a link there, and if you're wanting to download it so that it's on a Word document, you can go to File and Download as Microsoft Word, and that would put it into a format that most principals and schools are familiar with. Step 6 is a link to a document that provides FOIP guidelines for staff in our district. What we have to make sure that our staff and students know is that any private information should stay away from Google, and that means, report cards, medical records, IPPs, and even in the case of students, if they're doing private journals and things, you probably want to keep it away from, even though it's secure, you want to keep it away from being on the internet. Step 7 provides support and information in opening YouTube if schools opt in. Staff can read some testimonials from other districts to see that there have been little or no issues with opening YouTube to students. Uploading YouTube videos to our Google Apps domain is not permitted due to FOIP. There are also technical tips in this document that will allow teachers to show YouTube videos without all of the ads surrounding them. Step 8 is to develop a school-wide digital citizenship plan. This template has been shared by Edmonton Public Schools and has been edited to suit the needs for Medicine Hat School District. Principals have asked that the Technology Leadership Coordinator call the plan to suit each division level and to go over it with the principals to suit the school's needs. Step 9 is to take a look at a timeline. A suggestion for principals is to immediately send home a parent information letter regarding Google Apps and to also share this document with their staff. Some ideas collected from the Technology Committee from last year included job-embedded digital citizenship, having dialogue with students, putting posters up in and around the school, using class time, maybe integrated with 7 Habits or health classes, using the Technology Leadership Coordinator for presentations in the classroom and staff meetings, and even to go as far as in the future putting a digital citizenship plan in the staff and student handbooks. Step 10 is to have principals sign off on a digital citizenship plan for their school and review the plan with the Technology Leadership Coordinator in August of 2013. and just dialogue on how effective the plan was for their staff and if there are any improvements that could be made